After more than 5 weeks of deadly airstrikes, a subsequent ground invasion, and most recently, a siege of al-Shifa hospital, Gaza's largest, the Israeli army stormed in to prove that the health facility is a command and control center for Hamas. And it took to X, formerly Twitter, to prove its point.
We are going to do a one-shot video. One shot, no editing, of all of the evidence that we have found just now in this building of the Shifa.
However, soon after it posted the original video, it was deleted. It was later reposted, only this time with a clearly visible edit. And its duration was 20 seconds shorter. No explanation was provided. The video is a show and tell of sorts. The Israeli army spokesperson walks us through what they say is evidence of the presence of Hamas fighters in the hospital. It features some automatic weapons and combat gear.
Full military kit.
The video also shows plastic bags containing what they describe as hospital equipment.
As you can see, the rest of the equipment here is proper hospital equipment, right? Bandages and medical gear.
Analysis of the contents of the plastic bags shows that what the Israeli army referred to as hospital equipment were actually bandages and ointments. Its presence, according to the Israeli military spokesperson, renders Gaza's dire need for medical supplies and equipment a fabrication.
It seems as if there's no real shortage because there's a lot of equipment here, but we'll leave that for another discussion.
The Israeli military spokesperson also shows viewers a laptop along with a few CDs he says contain valuable intelligence.
The last item, which I'm sure will be very interesting to analyze, is a laptop. We found it in the MRI room. This is how the laptop looks.
While in this new version of the video the laptop is blurred, the original deleted video showed the screen in focus, revealing the laptop model, which is a model that comes without a CD reader. CDs, on the other hand, are usually found in MRI rooms. This is how many MRI machines store and share test results. But what is more important, the Israeli army's video shows what it says is a military grab bag hidden behind an MRI machine, and according to its version of events, it's a smoking gun.
What you will be able to see is military equipment. There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniforms.
On that same day, embedded reporters from the BBC and Fox News were taken to the location to see the evidence for themselves. And like most military embeds, there are rules.
As part of our embed, Israeli forces controlled what areas of the hospital we could report from.
These reporters were escorted to the MRI room and filmed what they were told was evidence Hamas fighters had been there.
They've been looking for evidence of this being a Hamas base, a place where Hamas planned attacks.
However, the news footage from the embedded journalists shows a different picture to the one first revealed by the Israeli army. One can now clearly see 2 AK-47s at the scene instead of the one AK-47 in the original video shared by the Israeli army. The BBC goes on to highlight that their reporter was only allowed into the scene a few hours after the Israeli army recorded its video. Evidence of this was taken from zooming in on the Israeli military spokesperson's watch.
A watch, visible in that video, suggests it was filmed a few hours before the BBC arrived.
So what happened within these few hours? Footage from both the BBC and Fox News clearly shows that the scene had been altered. Many news outlets are now picking up on the inconsistency, alleging the scene had been rearranged or tampered with. What did Israel say in response?
Israel has told BBC Verify this is because more weaponry and terrorist assets were discovered throughout the day.
In a later statement, the Israeli army spokesperson denied claims that the army rearranged Hamas munitions at the al-Shifa, saying, in certain areas, explosives had to be relocated and managed, and mines and charges had to be taken away. Only after that could they be brought back to the same room to show the international media. But was it only explosives, mines, and charges that had to be relocated? Enter our digital investigations team, Sanad. They looked for other inconsistencies, and here's what they found. By analyzing the footage, we can clearly see that the door to the MRI room was blown open by an explosive charge. Due to the blast, shrapnel and dust can be seen in the room, on the chairs, and on the floor. But by looking closer, the team found something inconsistent with the aftermath of an explosion. While no shrapnel or dust can be seen on any of the plastic bags in the room, some shrapnel can be seen under these plastic bags, strongly suggesting that these bags may have been placed there after the blast. And while the black chairs seem to be covered by dust from an explosion, the black grab bag also looks clean, no dust or debris whatsoever. All in all, we cannot independently verify the source of the weapons and military equipment, but serious questions can be raised over changes to the scene itself, considering the fact that Israel is using such evidence as a justification to target hospitals in its war on Gaza.